Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another edition of the MMATakeover.com interview of the week. Today's guest has according to Sherdog, 11-3 record in MMA with a 11-2 record in CES. He has 10 career stoppages and has never been stopped himself. He is one of the biggest talents and names in all of New England MMA. We have CES Bantamweight champion Andre Soukhamthath. Andre, how are you?
What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, let me correct you real quick. I am the biggest talent in New England.
Okay, all right. We interview a lot of people in New England. I don't want to have any enemies in case they see me. I don't want you guys. I don't
I was
want
just
anybody
playing,
hitting
man.
me. But I
It's
appreciate
all
the comment.
good.
So first thing, Andre, first question I gotta ask you is what's the? I think I pronounced the name correctly, but what is the worst anybody's ever pronounced your name?
Oh man, I honestly I don't even pay attention, man, because I know it's hard already. I have a hard time pronouncing it, so
You know,
I'm not really mad at anybody that pronounces it wrong, But if someone's making fun of my name, that's when I throw kick them in the mouth or something.
all
But
right.
other than that, if they do it by accident, it's all good.
All right. I don't think there's gonna be many people who are gonna try to pronounce your name wrong. So first question we always ask everybody is Andre, how did you get into mixed martial arts?
Hey man, it's a pretty deep story. I've told it before on my come up, and I'll tell it again. I'm not too comfortable telling it, you know, I guess I'm gonna have to get used to it, right?
Okay.
So I got into MMA because my girlfriend at the time, I was a senior in high school, right, and I had a bunch of I was playing soccer and I was planning to play soccer in college, and my girlfriend at the time, who's not my wife, she got pregnant,
Okay.
so quit everything, uh, work, decided to work, decide I'm gonna quit everything and just work and make some money and try to take care of my family because I have a child on the way, and my son was born, and he's actually the reason that I'm into MMA because you know, when I was working, I was just like, damn, I gotta find something to do with myself. I've always been athletic, so I found a MMA gym down the street, and my friend actually was going there, and he invited me, and I tried my first class, and it was a wrap after that. You know what I mean? And but my son that got me into MMA, he was born with a skin disease, and he passed away
Oh,
at
jeez.
9 months. So, I definitely feel like he came into this world um for a reason to make me a better person, and I feel like I'm destined to be a champion because of that reason. You know what I mean? So this was about 9 years ago. This all happened. So ever since that, I've been training MMA and fighting, but I wouldn't be doing that if that didn't happen to me.
Wow, I actually did not expect that story. I'll definitely say I can speak for everybody on our staff that we all would like to say we're sorry for your loss. That's losing a child is I have three kids. Actually, today is actually my youngest birthday, 2 year old birthday, and I couldn't imagine losing a child. Um,
Oh, that's all. No, that's awesome, man. What are you doing interviewing me on your son's birthday, or
uh,
your son or
he's two.
daughter?
He's already in bed.
Uh,
He's here. We're celebrating a birthday this weekend.
all right, that's
But yeah,
good,
anybody
man.
out there, happy birthday to Robbie, my 2 year old son.
Nice, man. Yeah, happy birthday to him,
Well,
man.
actually, that's coming
Yeah,
from.
man. It's tough. I wake up every day, and that's the first thing I think about. But he's what keeps me grounded. He's what keeps me humble. I might sound cocky and overconfident to some people, but I have to, man. You know, um, um, I'm in here for a reason, and I'm confident, and I back it up. But you know, if anybody were to think that I was arrogant and way too cocky, they're wrong. They don't know me because that story right there. That's what humbles me every single day. So I'll never change who I am.
Yeah,
So
wow. That and how old were you when your son passed away?
I was 19.
19 years old. Wow.
Yeah.
I man, that this is definitely not how I expected the interview to go, and I appreciate you sharing that. That takes a lot to share something like that. I know you said you weren't comfortable sharing that. Um,
Yeah, I definitely think it's a story to be heard. But I don't want to make it seem like I'm using the story for exposure or anything, because that's the last thing I want.
Of course.
I want it to seem like, but you asked me a question, and I'm just giving you an honest answer, and maybe I was wrong. He had a skin disease called epidermolysis bullosa, called EB. It's a skin disease, and not many people know about it, even doctors.
Uh huh.
Even a lot of doctors don't know about it. So, do me a favor, educate yourself on the
Sure.
hashtag EB awareness, and you'll see some stuff that you wish you didn't see, but it's around. You know what I'm saying? So.
When, if you don't mind, just to follow up that, when he was born, was it something that the doctors expected him to pass away, or did it kind of come out of the blue?
You know what? Nobody knew what it was, man.
Okay.
Maybe up until the fifth or sixth month, I did some research myself, and because I was young, man. I was
Yeah.
still. I'm not gonna lie. I was still partying. I was daddy. I was working hard. I was home during the day. I was training. I was doing my thing, So I give all my credit to my wife. She was there with him 24/7 for the whole 9 months of his life, and she never took a day off,
Oh.
And but when I would come home, I would care for him too, And honestly, didn't all the doctors in the New England area had no idea what it was.
Uh huh.
No idea how to treat it. We got a lot of false information, as a young couple, and we just tried to keeps our hopes up. But it was a really exhausting 9 months, put it that way, just because we had no answers. And going through this right now, I had a child with EB. They're going through the same thing because there's no right or wrong way to treat EB. Every child has their own different way
Sure.
of being comforted and in healing their skin and stuff. So it's to tell you the truth, I think the doctors that are really pushing studying EB, I think they're coming a little bit longer from the past 9 years.
Yeah.
I see some things changing with treatment and stuff. But other than that, man, it's still a fatal disease, and it's incurable. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's a man. That's a wow. Very. I mean, I honestly I didn't expect to hear that. It's something very hard to speak about after. But now I know that obviously going through a death of a child, obviously going to make you stronger as a person because that's something I couldn't imagine going through. And also, it's something that when you lose a fight, it probably, I'm assuming, probably comforts you because you've already got and fought through something way worse than losing a mixed martial arts match.
yeah, absolutely. At first, of course, it's like the end of the world for me because I'm just so competitive, and I train so hard. And most of the time when I get beat, it's because I beat myself. It's not because the other guy is better than me. It's not because the other guy has more skills than me or is tougher than me. It's because I beat myself mentally.
Uh-huh.
And that's something that I promised myself that I would never do again. These past 3, 4 fights, I said, promised myself I'll never beat myself again. And ever since that, I've been putting people to sleep,
Yeah, you've
and
been on a
I'm getting,
roll. You're
yeah,
an
and
absolute
I'm
tear.
getting, and that's my key secret, really. I just promised myself. I looked at myself in the mirror after my last loss, and I said, you know what? I'm never letting anybody beat me again.
Um,
I'm,
j-
I'm never gonna beat myself again. If
sure.
someone's gonna beat me, they're gonna be really better than me that night, you know. And after I promised myself that I'm not gonna beat myself ever again, it's never happened. And I think that that strength that it carries over, man. Not just in a fight, but on an everyday basis. Sometimes I want to just give up on certain things, and you know, I can't. That's just my nature. That's all I know now. It's working hard and trying to achieve my goals. So
So just for the record, when I was doing research, I found two things. Sure Dog says that you're 11-3. Another website says you're 14-3. What is your record?
I'm 11-3. I'm 11-3, but I have some like professional kickboxing bouts
Okay.
and professional Muay Thai bouts. But that's not my MMA
Okay, so
record,
they might have got mixed
obviously.
into your record. Okay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, real quick, who gave you the nickname the Asian Sensation?
Honestly, man, I've always been the only Asian guy in the gym.
Okay,
So, I had a lot of different nicknames given to me: the Asian Persuasion, a couple other Asian names, and the Asian Sensation just stuck. Um, I forgot who gave it to me. I think it was Mike Campbell.
Mike Kim. Okay, yeah, yep,
Yeah,
from
and
Coventry, Rhode
he was
Island.
he was he was like a big bro to me when he was still fighting, and I think he called me that one day, and it just stuck. The AS, Andre Soukhamthath, Asian Sensation. Um, and that's what I am, man. I'm an Asian sensation.
Yeah, Mike Campbell
Never
is a
find another Asian like me, baby.
yeah, Mike Campbell is from Coventry, Rhode Island. Is actually where
Yep.
I live, and that's actually our
Oh, really?
headquarters. Our headquarters for the MMATakeover.com. It's in
Oh,
Coventry.
that's what's up, man. See that?
So yeah, I don't really I know Mike here and there. I wouldn't say we're friends or anything, but I see him around here and there. I definitely ask about him and stuff. Um,
Yeah, yeah, for
so
sure.
how did a guy who grew up in Woonsocket? I know you lived in Providence for a little while. You trained in Pawtucket. How did a guy from Woonsocket hook up with the Black Zillions down in Florida? How'd that happen?
Um, you know what? My friend Sean, he's from Providence too. Sean Soriano,
Yeah, yeah, he fought in the
and
UFC.
yeah, he fought in the UFC, and we used to train together. We actually, kind of started together. Not by side, but we trained together, both as young fighters on the come up. And he actually moved to Florida, and he actually was a part of the whole thing when the Black Zillions formed.
Yep.
And he came back one time, and I'm not gonna lie, I was very impressed with the stand up he did out of me in practice. And I was just like, damn, and he was just like, hey, you gotta come down and train with us, or even, help me for a fight or something. So, I took that initiative, and I I went down for 2 weeks, and I basically tried out for the team. And this was when I was like 4-1, in
Uh huh.
my career.
Yep.
And I tried out for the team, and I made it. I tried out for 2 weeks, and I made it. And they said you can come back whenever you want.
Okay.
So I went home. I fought 3 or 4 times in a year. I fought four times in a year, but a bunch of money, and then moved to Florida. Packed all my stuff. My wife, my son my son Benson, he's 4 now, and we just drove down to Florida, man, and just following the dream, and it wasn't an easy road, you know, but I've been here 3 years now, and my wife has a steady job. We just bought a house in Florida.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Like 2 weeks ago, we just closed on the house, and I made a lot of connections down here in Florida. So all that hard work, all that struggle when we first moved here, and I'm talking about struggle, man. There was a point. There was a day when I only had $10 in my bank account for maybe 2 weeks.
Wow.
You know, and I had to save every single cent dollars for my son's milk.
Sure.
So we struggled. When I tell you we struggled, and I'm sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about. I struggled with my wife and my son, but I feel like I'm in a good place now.
And
So
and the
it's
Black Stallions, that's like kind of close to the Miami area, correct?
no, it's like midpoint. It's probably about like 45 minutes from Miami.
So kind of like between Miami and Orlando, like.
Yeah, but tell you the truth, man, there's no more Black Zillions. The team's done.
Okay, all right, we're breaking news because that was a question. I wasn't gonna go there because I know I just started an interview with.
Oh, I'm open with it now, man. I have no ties. Black Zillions are done, man. Like yeah, I mean
Okay.
it's sad, 'cause it's we had a really good brotherhood,
Yeah.
and we had a great team. We had a great 2016. The first half of 2016, we were knocking everybody out, and we had a great coaching staff. But sometimes things don't work out, and now I still have some of the same teammates. I still have some of the same coaches, and we have a gym. The gym is 5 minutes down the street from my house, and everything is gravy. I'm good.
Okay. And
We're
is
good.
any guys we would know that you're training with?
Yep. I train with Anthony Johnson.
Okay.
Rashad comes. Charles Skelly. A lot of the original Black Zillions. Michael Johnson.
Michael
I
Johnson.
said
Okay.
Michael Johnson, right?
Yep.
Michael Johnson. Sean. you know,
Is
Erwin
Mitrione?
Rivera,
Is Mitrione there?
Matt Mitrione.
Okay.
So a lot of the original guys are there. It's just some guys ventured off to another gym, but they're still my friends.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. It's not me that had the beef. I don't even know it was a beef. It was just, of course, everything at the end of the day involves finances. And
Yeah.
maybe it was that, but I really don't know. I don't ask questions. I
Yeah.
just write my check, my 10%, my 20%
Yeah.
after I'm done fighting, and I go in and I work. That's
Yeah.
all I do.
Yeah, I
You
mean
know?
there was definitely a lot of rumors going around. Robinson there was denying the rumors. I saw an interview with Anthony Johnson. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I go show up and train. He kind of basically the same thing as you do. I don't know. It seems I
Yeah.
black stallions to me. So every guy I've seen in interviews but hasn't really pressed the news. So I thought I'd waste my time to press the news and ask you. I thought I'd get like a Bill Belichick answer, not the answer you gave me. So
Yeah.